Hi guys, welcome to another one of my videos. This one's gonna be just a quick sit down chat with me about macros, and I'm going to try to make this as simple and as easy as I can possibly do it. I kind of want to sit down and walk you guys through the whole process in case you've never done macros before. This is going to be good for me because I need to do this anyways now that I'm upping my distance in running. Like I think this week I'm averaging about 15 miles total this week of running, which is a lot more than usual. So part of factoring in macros is factoring in your level of exercise, because that's also going to factor in to how many proteins and fats and everything that you need to be consuming. So let's get into doing that first. I've got my iPad right here, and so I'm going to walk you through this. Hopefully you guys can't hear the wind. We've got a windstorm going on right now outside, and it is so loud. But hopefully it won't be a problem. So I have an app I prefer, but honestly, just go into your search bar. For me, it's Google. And then I'm just going to type in ketogenic diet macro calculator. I'm going to click on. Now, for me, I like doing the Dr. Berg free keto calculator. And so I'm just going to click on that, but it's www.drberg.com. They're just going to ask you about cookies. I'm going to be okay for cookies. Now here we got the keto calculator, and we have to put in some things. So for gender, I'm a woman. Age is 41. Height is 5 feet. Oh, sorry. I'm 5'4". I'm a shorty. Weight in pounds. Last time I weighed myself, I was 150 pounds. Okay, now activity level. Little or no exercise, so not much activity with little to no exercise. Most of your day is spent at a desk job. Light activity, you spend most of the day on your feet, like a teacher or a salesman, or you exercise 1 to 2 times per week. Moderate is a light, active day job with physical labor or scheduled exercise, like riding your bike to work or weightlifting a few times a week. Active is you spend most of the day doing heavy physical activity, construction or industrial work, or an intense amount of exercise every day. Very active, very hard exercise, physical job or sports 6 to 7 days a week. Athlete, your career is centered around exercise and you train hard every single day. For me, I'm going to say active. I don't think I'm very active because I do take 2 days out of the week that are rest days. So for me, 6 to 7 days a week isn't quite there yet. I will get there. But currently right now, I would say that I'm in the active category. So I'm going to click that and say, how many net carbs do you want to consume? For me, it's 20. You know, that's a keto thing. Protein, how much protein do you want to consume? Protein shouldn't be overconsumed on a ketogenic diet. If too much is eaten, it could lead to slower weight loss and lower levels of ketones in the blood. Let's see. I'm going to skip that for now. I'm just going to leave it at the 0.9 grams because that was already on there. And so I'm just going to leave that for right now, and we're going to see. My goal, so my target weight is recommended to never go below 30% calorie deficit or above a 15% calorie surplus. If you do, negative results may occur. So my target weight is 120. And so then down here, it'll have your results. And then it says down here, based on your input, we suggest you eat a total of 1,904 calories, specifically 175 grams should be fats, 20 net carbs, and 61 grams should be protein per day. Okay, so I am going to take a picture of that so that I have it saved. And now that you got that, you can write it down, screenshot it, whatever it is you need to do. So now that that's done, we're going to swipe out of there. And for me, and this is different for everybody, I am letting you know, I do use Carb Manager. That is my favorite app, and that is what I am using today. There are other apps out there. They might be slightly different, but the gist of what I'm doing when I'm showing you today is going to be quite similar to any of the other apps you use, pretty much. Okay, so now I'm in my little Carb Manager for the day. It's got all sorts of amazing things here that you can keep an eye on things. So down here below, you have your goals. So 20 grams carbs, 20 protein, and 70 fat. So what you're going to do is on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to see something that says My Macros with a little dropper next to it. You're going to click on the dropper. 83% is supposed to be fats. 13 is supposed to be protein. 13% is protein. So 13%. So you see, you kind of have to just play with your gram numbers until you get where you want. It only 4%. So that's 10 net carbs. See, I don't like that, so I'm still going to do 20. I'm going to go off that a little bit. I need to consume more than just 10 grams of carbs, for sure. And then I'm going to do 70 fat. So 20 carb, 30 protein, 70 fat. Or going by percentages, this is close to what it was at before. So I'm at 10%. Oh, I see how it changes. Yeah. Okay, we're at 10% net carbs, 14% protein, and 76% fat. Okay, and then we are going to apply, change, and then we're going to go back. We're going to go back home, and then now from here we're going to plug in all of my information. Now this is later in the day, and I have already eaten for the day, so I already know everything I'm going to plug in. I just want to sit down and do that with you guys, and then you'll see how everything on the screen is going to change as we go. I had 2 egg sandwiches, so then I'm going to just come on here and I'm going to type in eggs, and I'm going to hit search, and I had two fried eggs, 2 whole fried eggs, and this is 1 large egg, so I'm going to click on that. And for servings, I'm going to put 2 because I had 2 eggs, okay? And then I'm going to hit add. Then next, I used Hero bread, so I'm going to do Hero bread, Hero white bread. I'm going to click search right here at the top. I had 4 slices. So for whatever reason, the Carb Manager is like really weird in all of its macro calculating. So don't freak out about that if you can't match it up. I have struggled with that part for like ever. As long as you know what you're supposed to be doing, just keep an eye on that, right? So currently I'm at 33 grams of protein, but according to this, 61 is my goal, so I'm doing okay. So I'm not done with breakfast. I'm going to go back into breakfast. Now I had some, Miracle Whip Light. I had that. I did 2 tablespoons for each sandwich. And that's just simple. You know, you look at the back of the Miracle Whip bottle to know what your serving size is. And it's just as simple as getting that measuring spoon out, blobbing 1 tablespoon on one, another tablespoon on another. Or like what I did is I did half on one, half on another piece of bread. And so that way it would spread evenly, because I like mine spread evenly, and then just did the same with the other one. So I did 2 servings of that. And so I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to put mustard, okay, because I did mustard, and I would say that I did 2 teaspoons because I didn't do a lot. So it was probably about 1 teaspoon per sandwich. So then I did 2, and I'm going to add that. Okay, with that, I had a Diet Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh, no, I didn't have a can. You got to watch that too. I didn't have a can. I had a bottle. Okay. And so I'm going to add that. And that was my breakfast. So then you can close and you can look at what you've consumed so far for breakfast. So for breakfast today, I had 5 grams of carbs, 33 grams of protein, 27 fat, and 428 calories. And that's your breakfast. Now, when you do this the right way, instead of saving it all to the end of the day, like I'm doing only because I wanted to go through all of it with you guys, what you would do is once you're done eating breakfast, or while you're making your breakfast, you'll be calculating your macros in before you eat. That way you can, as you're like, okay, this is what I want to have for breakfast, put it all down before you eat it. And then if you go, already consumed 33 grams of protein on just breakfast, and I still have lunch and dinner to do, you might want to think about changing something up. Maybe the Hero bread, because the Hero bread is what consumed the most protein, right? You could choose to do maybe just 1 slice of bread for each one, and then just like taco them, right? So then you'd put all of your condiments on 1 piece of bread and then taco it, right? Which would mean you'd be using less condiments as well. So that's an idea you can do where you're still getting your 2 eggs in there. So for lunch, which is probably around 2, 3 o'clock, I kind of got hungry. And so I had a small bag of Taco Quest chips. So I'm just going to type in Taco Quest chips. And they have them right here. And I had 1 bag. And that was my lunch. And so I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to close. And so I'm going to scroll back up here at the top and see where I'm at. So far, I'm at 52 protein, 32 fat, 568 calories, and I've only consumed 9 of my 20 carbs. When I'm looking at my macro goals, I'm going to remember what was put on that picture, right? Because this says right here that I'm not supposed to consume more than 830 calories. That's not correct. I'm supposed to be consuming 1,930 calories. So as long as I keep that in mind, even when it tells me I've gone over, like it's showing me in my protein, it's saying that I'm 22 over, I'm okay, because in protein I'm only at 52. And again, I can do 61, right? So I don't know why, but the macros on Carb Manager, they don't like to be imbalanced. So no matter how many times I try to play with stuff, or you're like, okay, I need this and this and this, it throws everything in whack. And I don't totally get that. So yeah, but anyways, that was lunch. And then for dinner, you know what? I forgot, because you have to count everything. Adding to the lunch, I had LMT, and I had the watermelon salt. So I'm going to add that as well, because you have to add everything. If you add a seasoning, you got to add the seasoning. Literally, you have to add everything. The good news is it's really easy to type it all in. Then for dinner, I had ham. So then I'm going to go into dinner, again, add dinner, and I'm going to click on here, and I'm just going to type in ham. And for ham, I had 4 ounces of ham. So I'm going to add that. And then I had some cauliflower rice mixed with some kind of vegetables and stuff. And for this one, I'm not 100% sure if I look it up, if it'll be there. So I'm going to show you something else that is a great feature for Carb Manager real quick. This is what I had with my dinner. And it has a barcode right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to add dinner, and then I got to make sure my little camera on my iPad is showing. Okay, good. Up at the top, there's a search bar, and it says search for foods and services. If you look all the way to your right, there's a little greenish bluish little ball with a little brackets, with a line with brackets around. You're going to press that, and it's going to open the little scan thing here. And all you do is you scan your barcode, and then it's going to bring it up. So I did 1 cup frozen, which ended up being the perfect amount for me. So I only did 1 serving. So it's just simply add that. And the great thing is all of the stuff that you put in here will be saved. So, now, so I'll close out of there. All I had was water to drink. Now I'm going to go into snack here, and just to show you guys something, right? If I wanted to add snack, look at my list. Okay. All of the stuff that you see that is just on here. Okay. These are some things that I have added in the past. There's a tab here for frequently logged. So anything that I have logged a bunch of times will be here. I don't even have to type it in to search it. I can just go here and I can look. So it's also got previously logged. So anything that I just put in. So say I'm having the exact same thing for dinner tomorrow. I'm not, but just to say I was. Then I could go into previously logged and then just re-put it in for the next day. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to close that out. Now I am done. That's all I've had today. That's all I plan on having today. The only thing I didn't bother plugging in is water, because water is 0 everything, right? So currently I'm at 74 protein, 38 fat, 745 calories, and 16 net carbs. I have 4 net carbs left. Now, looking at this, just right now, what I've eaten today, I am definitely looking at my calories and I'm going, I haven't consumed enough calories today. I need to consume some more calories. So what I'll probably do is search through my cupboard and see if I can find, I do have some like Catalina, it's some kind of keto cereal. It's this stuff right here. Now this, if I ate a half a cup of this, this would take up the last 4 grams of my net carbs. So that's perfectly fine. And it would give me 110 calories, which would bump me up to 855 calories, which would be great. And then for fat, 5. So I'd go up another 5 in my fat. And then what I'd probably do after that is eat some pepperonis and get my calories at least into the 1,000 range. So after eating half a cup of this, I would dig through and find some foods that are 0 carb, but that they would up my calories and my calories and my fats. So pepperoni is a good one for that. So I'd probably have a cup or 2 of pepperonis, and that would finish getting my calories up into the thousands. So I find that as long as my calories are higher, again, it should be at 1,900. But I also, today was a rest day. I didn't have to exercise today. So I'm not being as strict about making sure that my calories are that high. But that is the difference on the ketogenic diet with higher exercise is not so much the carbs. I'm not worried about the carbs. The carbs are still staying at 20, but I really am trying to focus hard on getting my calories up when I'm having an active day. I'm making sure that it's that 1900 calories on days that I run, if that makes sense. So I really hope that this kind of helped you guys, didn't confuse you too terribly much, kind of going through it with you. You know, again, I like going to the websites and getting kind of an estimate of what I want to do for my macros. And again, even though Carb Manager is not really working with me on the exact numbers I want, I'm not too worried about it, because as long as I know up here what I need to be, even if it tells me I'm going over on the app, I don't really worry about that. Some people do, because you can earn rewards and things like that through the Carb Manager app if you stay within your numbers. If you don't go over, you get rewards and stuff like that. I don't know. I will go ahead and play with the Carb Manager app some more, and I will see if I can figure out that little hiccup. And if I do, what I might do, and let me know if you guys would like to see this video, but I will do a more extensive video on just setting up your macros with the Carb Manager app. I didn't really touch on that too much. I just wanted to show you guys how to calculate your macros and where you could go to do that. And then I showed you how to plug them in on your app. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, you know what, feel free to let me know down in the comments below, and I will get to your questions. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their week and a amazing weekend. If you get a chance to sit back and relax, do so. I know we're supposed to get some nasty weather coming in, so our plan is to just hunker down in our blankets and stay indoors. So if you're experiencing some bad weather and you have to go out there, stay safe and take care of yourselves. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.